focus on your breath and try to stick with the breath. Try to find the right amount of pressure to place on the breath so it's enough to stay, but not so much that you're confining the breath. The image they give in the canon is of holding a baby quail in your hand. If your grasp is too tight, the quail dies. If it's too loose, it's going to fly away. Your mind is like that. You want to get a sense of just right, to stay right here. And John Fung often made this point, that when the Buddha talks about samma titi all the way through samma samadhi, the word samma is not just right, it means just right. In other words, in balance. Your mindfulness could remind you of all kinds of things. You clutter up your mind with all kinds of knowledge. But for the time being, you want just the things that are relevant to what you're doing right now, to get the mind to settle down. If there's not enough mindfulness, then you forget. The same with your concentration. If the concentration is too strong, it snuffs out all awareness. You can actually put yourself into a state where there's no perception of anything at all. If it's too weak, you just sort of drift along and say, well, whatever arises is going to arise. If the concentration comes, let it come. The mind just wanders around. It's like wandering on a raft down a big river with lots of different cross currents. This current will go pull you there, that current will pull you here. And you never get to where you want to go. You're going to have just the right amount of pressure, just the right amount of stillness. So find your point of just right. And then try to maintain that. It's like learning how to balance on a bicycle. At first you fall off to the left, fall off to the right, but after a while you gain a sense of how to stay. And if you're leading too much in one direction, you can compensate to keep your balance. So try to find the level of concentration that's just right for when you're sitting with your eyes closed. There's also a level of concentration that's just right for when you're going through the day. It's not the same level. You have to be more aware of things, be open to thinking about things, but there's a sense that your mind is well grounded, well established in the body, well established in the general tone of the breath energy in the body. So find the right amount of pressure for that, the right amount of effort and energy that you put into it. It's in this way that we stay on the middle path. It's not a middling path, it's a path of just right. So find that point of just right and try to keep it going.